Hey guys, Stephanie with AmericanMuscle.com here with a review and install of the K&N FIPK cold air intake available for the 2005 to 2009 V6 Mustang. The K&N FIPK cold air intake is one cold air intake option from K&N for the V6 Mustang that offers a different look with its black intake tube. FIPK stands for Fuel Injection Performance Kit, and this is a 50-state smog-legal cold air intake that does not require a tune, so it's a good option for someone looking for a CARB-certified intake to improve looks under the hood and to bolt on and go, and for someone looking for a minor gain in performance or throttle response. So the good thing about a no-tune required intake is obvious. It doesn't require a tune. So you get the benefits of a cold air intake, the sound and the looks, without having to pay for a tune as well. But just because this intake doesn't require a tune doesn't mean that you can't pair it with a tune. You get the most performance benefits from the intake when you pair it with a tune. Without the tune, you're looking at gaining a couple of horsepower. The K&N is going to come with a few pieces. You have everything here that you need for the install. You have your air filter, your inlet tube, clamps, an adapter for the filter, and a coupler for the filter as well. It's going to come with all the necessary hardware that you need to get the intake installed. Looking at some of the components of the intake, the air filter is a reusable oiled filter. It's made from layers of cotton gauze and screens that are epoxy-coated for durability and filtration. The oil is used to treat the cotton gauze to give it tackiness and give it the filtration abilities that it needs. What's nice about a reusable filter is that you can clean the filter when it's dirty and reinstall it and not have to worry about having to purchase a new filter every time. The intake tube is a plastic tube, and this is going to be the biggest differentiator between this K&N intake and the Series 69. The Series 69 has a polished aluminum intake tube, and that's going to look totally different in the engine bay. When it comes to price, you can expect to pay just over the $300 mark for this intake. This is a little bit on the more expensive side when you compare it to the price of other intakes, but keep in mind that this is a no-tune required intake, so you don't have to purchase a tune if you don't want to. If you're looking for something less expensive, SR Performance does sell an intake with a black inlet tube like this one for close to the $100 mark. As for the install, it's nothing too difficult, and like I mentioned earlier, the intake will come with all the items that you need to complete the install. All you really need to complete the install is a few basic hand tools. This is probably one of the easier mods that you can tackle with your Mustang, and it'll take about a half hour or an hour tops. I'm going to call it a 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter. All that you need to do is remove the factory airbox. You need to disconnect the airbox from the inner fender and remove the inlet tube from the air filter and the throttle body. We're just talking about a few bolts and clamps to get this done. The K&N installs nearly the same way that the factory airbox came out, but it is a little bit different because of the heat shield. Just have an L bracket instead. The rest of the install is pretty much the same as installing a factory intake. Just put on your new couplers and clamps and slide on the air filter and shroud into place, and then tighten everything down. Wrapping things up here with the K&N FIPK cold air intake, this is an intake that does not require a tune. It comes with a black inlet tube for a dark look under the hood and a reusable air filter. As always, you can check it out more online right here at AmericanMuscle.com.